I was adopted by a white woman.
Whoa.
But before I was adopted by that white woman, I had Kool Aid the way it was supposed to be made. So I have a very juxtaposition of like really good Kool Aid and then like, man, get this shit out of my face.
Oh, okay. And well, is the difference between the good and the bad Kool Aid, is it just in cups of sugar?
It's not that. It's being connected with your ancestors. I wish I didn't laugh. I wish I would have stayed in character because that was so perfect. That was so perfect and it was perfectly delivered.
It's not just the sugar.
It's not just the sugar. It's being connected to your ancestors. Like, it all is encompassing.
Yeah, the sugar cane that they picked.
Nothing.
Hi, welcome to the Help Me Be Black podcast, where I bring on comedians to help me be black. My guest today is a hilarious comedian and apparent Kanye apologist, Rob Smallwood.
That's a wild intro.
Now, what were you saying about Kanye?
No.
Now, what were you saying? You said he was right about everything.
It's crazy to take it out of context.
He was so right about everything.
And just throw me in the fire. Okay.
I had those opinions before he brought them to me.
Here's what I was trying. I'm just gonna give a quick dog walk. Okay, listen. When you listen to it's wild to like start from here.
Yeah.
All right. When you listen to like hoteps, right? They are scientifically right in their perspective.
Mm-hmm.
That is where I was going with this.
Okay.
Right? Like the Louis Farrakhan's of the world, their thought process is that like everybody is derived from black people. Scientifically, that's true.
Correct.
That's a correct statement. I think listening to that, hypothetically what happened is like when people start getting light skin, right? Remember
when they start getting light skin.
You see, like we have like that dark skin, light skin battle.
Yes.
I feel like that's been a battle for centuries.
Oh, sure.
If you think about it, right? So when they started coming out light skin, obviously that battle kept happening and there was more dark skinned people like us.
Mm-hmm.
And then we started to bully them. And then they left.
Right.
They started moving further away, went into like Norwegian.
Oh, because they were getting like roasted. Because they were, you yellow, high yellow caramel colored motherfucker.
Exactly. So then because they were hated because they were light skinned, right?
Right.
They only could procreate with other light skinned niggas, which then created white people.
People got lighter and lighter.
Exactly.
So you are denying the Yakub theory then?
I'm not going to deny. I'm just saying hypothetically, if you listen to a hotep, I could see.
So you think it's in this chicken and egg of caucasity? You are arguing that the whiteness came before the migration and not after.
No,
you don't think niggas was in the cold and then their melanin slowly, because the science would say that everybody was black. There was Pangea. Some shit moved,
right?
And then there was also like migrations and stuff. And then over generations, people lost their melanin. You're saying
what I'm saying is, I think the migration happened before.
Okay,
I think light skinned people came out. They got shunned. They got made fun of. They got bullied, which black people we do very well.
That's true.
And then they conjugated with one another and then made more light-skinned people, which then eventually, as they spread out further and further, they got white.
So you're saying lighter skin is essentially a mutation, like the X-Men?
I think it's two things. I think it's a mutation.
Okay.
And I think the way white people, like true, like, white people.
Not them fake ass whites.
Like
them real ones.
The real ones.
Fresh, raw cut.
Burnt skin, all of that.
Yeah.
I think when they're racist, when they like say really racist stuff, I think that's a lot to deal with self-hate.
Oh, for sure.
But they're self-hating.
They're self-hating white people. That's a phrase that I've never heard before.
I honestly believe that's where it is. Now, where I was going with Kanye is,
okay,
when the nigga said slavery was a choice, that's where my mind went.
Wait. Back it up. Because you just did that Black Israelite thing where you jumped, where you said, and that's why women can't wear pants.
That's what so, okay.
So what explain to me,
my thought process, like, my thought process in all of it is kind of like, this is wild. This is top tier victim blaming, by the way. I feel like...
I'm going to let you say what you want to say.
I feel like the original black people roasted those light-skinned people so bad that they created their own supervillain.
Okay.
And that is why I'm thinking when Kanye said slavery was a choice.
Okay.
We made the choice to
hurt
those niggas'
feelings. You made the choice to roast.
Exactly.
When we went like this, it was a lot.
It was a lot.
We went like this, and then they put the shackle around our hands. They had to enslave us, so we stopped talking about their pink skin.
I think we roasted them so bad that they were like, we're going to make so many... Like, they did the Donald Trump. They did the Donald Trump before Donald Trump. Oh, you said I can't be president?
Oh,
let me...
we roasted them so bad, this is fucking make you fucking slaves.
Exactly. That's where that is the only logistical way I can think how all of this happened.
Okay.
Because we are the superior
One of the best beginnings we've ever had to the podcast. We are the superior race. Hey,
if that doesn't get clipped and that doesn't like get views, man, that's crazy.
This is, I would say the podcast is about a couple things.
Yeah.
It's about approaching authentic conversations about blackness and the things that we deal with in our blackness relative to the idea and concept of blackness. And the other big thing that the podcast is about is promoting black people as the master race of the world. And I think you've done a great job so far.
I think we checked all those off.
There we go.
I mean, if we're really getting to it, tell me one thing about black people that like doesn't get quantified, sold, and reprocessed to sell to the mass public.
I really don't think that everything is commodified. But does that mean that... does the commodification, just to ask a deeper question, of everything we do because it is so dope, does that speak to the master race quality, which I'm not denying, or does that speak to our society's proclivity to make everything black people do into a product because they're used to black people being a product? Yeah, you think about that shit, man.
That's a chicken for egg.
Yeah, fucking capitalism, bro.
I mean, but honestly, you learn about this in like economics, like supply and demand, right? If it's not cool, if it's not dope, if it's not something that seems fun and accessible, who's buying it?
Right.
So, I mean, it does go hand in hand, really, which is crazy. Like, think about Nike, right?
Okay.
Nike was around forever. And then they were like, we're not really selling shoes like that. And then they saw a nigga jump and dunk a basketball, and they were like, Michael Jordan. We're going to make Jordans. And then Nike became famous. And now every Nike shoe has some set of a Jordan look or silhouette to it.
Right.
Because those are the ones that sell.
Yeah, before, what were they trying to do before? They were trying to sell them Larry Birds shoes or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, you trying to sell them, I don't really know.
No, and nobody wanted them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's honestly, I think where we are in society, why, like, white kids get on TikTok and do those dances, it is because of Michael Jordan.
Whoa.
If you really think about it.
When they realize, you think, wait a second, though, because I will say Jordan is a great example as far as the consumer product version or like the, clothes version. But I feel like in terms of music, people was taken from black people long before that, realizing that black was cooler before Jordan.
Yeah, but it wasn't in our face. Like, they still found like ways around it.
Right. They were doing the Elvis where we're going to put it on a white boy.
Exactly.
Then they were just like, no, we can let the black guy be. Exactly. We're selling the shoe.
And the first person they did that with was Jordan. Think Michael Jordan was the first international superstar black dude in the household. First household name. Then it was Michael Jackson.
Oh.
And that's what people like don't think about.
Is that like, true? Holy shit.
I really think that's the truth. Because Motown was all black artists, right? And of course, Michael was coming up, but Michael didn't really like cross over until Mike started getting white. I'm talking from a pure perspective. Pure,
Whoa.
like, he does not look like us. He does not sound like us. Michael Jordan was the very first black household name.
This is I'm getting blown away by, I didn't even ever think about this, that Mike Jackson didn't cross over until he got whiter. Imagine how big Jordan could be if he became white later. Yo, he would have come back to the, if he came back to the Wizards as a Grand Wizard.
Honestly,
oh man,
what
Jordan would have been huge.
He would have been huge if left, played baseball, horrible at baseball, went away for a little bit, and then came back white, bro.
He would have been fine at baseball if he had gone and been Dominican, and then back white. People would have been like, and then people would have joked on like, well, he's not as good as basketball now, but he already is an icon.
Exactly,
he already would have been an icon,
and it would have been. I'm telling you. We would, you know how like niggas get shot for Jordans now?
Yeah. That
would have happened way sooner because he'd been white and all the white kids would have got him.
Oh, yeah.
I think mass shootings would have, if I'm logically going down this rabbit hole, I think mass shootings would have started sooner.
Yeah.
And became a black issue over a white issue.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Let me ask you this. Do you think that, I mean, maybe it is a different societal context that we have this. Are there any white icons that like young white boys have that are equivalent to Jordan? Like, who is the Eminem. Jordan? I was thinking maybe Eminem.
It's Eminem. It's only Eminem.
Yeah.
Eminem gives them the street cred they want. It gives them the access that they want without any of the consequences. Point blank period.
Okay.
There's no athlete. There's like no white athlete that crosses over into black spaces where we're like, we want to be like him.
Right. Nobody's saying that about Jokic. Like, he's just lumbering around like a fucking, he wants to go back to his land and be with his goats.
Exactly.
Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that. But Eminem, you get to hang out with black people. You get to smash black chicks.
Okay.
You get to use the slang.
So, but even in that context, though, I'm thinking like, so even Eminem, if he is the white boy icon in that way, it still is all about a proximity to blackness, really.
We are full circle moment.
Damn. Full circle moment because we are the progenitors of everything. We are the OGs.
That's my point.
Society.
That's it.
The Hoteps are right. Kanye is right. Kanye's right about everything.
It's wild. It's wild.
Circle all the way back to that.
Circle all the way back.
Kanye is...
It's wild to like sit and think about. Now, mind you, although Kanye said that, I don't think he's right. Like, I don't think he's right about what he said about Jewish people or anything like that. But in the context, if you like, I don't know, had a fever dream and like did some Molly or some shit and just sat and thought, just smoke weed actually, and just kind of heard what he said, kind of makes sense.
It has a logic to it.
It does.
It's incorrect.
I think it is incorrect. I think it is very incorrect.
I think that's what happens when look, like he can like taste music, you know? Like his brain works different. He's got synesthesia that makes you say crazy things.
It does. But it has some legs to it if you really think about it. And I think even like, listen, you know that saying that like a broken clock can be right twice a day?
Yeah.
Maybe that was his moment.
Doesn't it feel like there are a lot of broken clocks that are being right a lot lately? Like, I feel like there's like Candace Owens.
Oh, why did you?
No, but like, first of all, you started with the Kanye.
I did.
First of all, we're in the black conservative corner. You came in talking about Kanye, and if I go to talk about Candace Owens, it makes a lot of sense. In terms of like what seems like is going on with like the Charlie Kirk of it all, it seems like she's got a lot of good like points to say, but you're kind of like, yeah, but you're crazy. But then also they're also crazy.
Exactly.
Am I gonna go with crazy white or crazy black? I guess I'm going with crazy black.
Oh, see, and that's the issue right there. Is like no matter what, because we're black, we are always going to go with the blacks. It's natural selection.
Right.
Even though she's crazy, we are like, it's like Stacey Dash.
Yeah.
Stacey's crazy.
Stacey's crazy.
Stacey's fine as shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I don't know.
It's the Azalea Banks thing too, because you know how Azalea Banks, she all the time, just the most random. It like you pick a day, she's on some completely other opinion that she was on before.
Exactly,
and she's coming after people that you really wouldn't even expect. She be tweeting, little people in Indonesia are fucked up, and you'd be like, what are you talking about?
Exactly, but if white people started attacking Azalea Banks, we'd show up.
You gonna be like, well, she's had it hard.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like it's like, I don't know.
It's tough. I was thinking about this. I mean, I think about it all the time now. Obviously, but it is weird to wake up and feel how hard it is to be black, and then on even just a meta level of that conversation, when you go, it's hard to be black, but then it's also like it's hard. It's weird that I have to be aware of how hard it is to be black. You know what I mean? Like to have the knowledge of that it's that hard, that's crazy.
We are constantly doing mental gymnastics, constantly. And everything that you do as a black person, you are constantly like having to do the mental gymnastics to prepare yourself that shit is not going to go your way.
Yeah.
We're always like, you know when they're like, just wear rose-colored glasses, like that's where we start. It starts in our Kool Aid.
Yeah.
The reason why Kool Aid was so popular because the water in the hood was so bad and bad for you that you needed to
hold up. Okay, so this brings us to the topic of the day, which is Kool Aid. Now, give me your. I mean, I'm drinking your Kool Aid, man. Give me your theory. Give me everything. Why is it the topic of the day?
This is why it's the topic of the day, because you were raised by white people.
Sure.
I was adopted by a white woman.
Whoa.
But before I was adopted by that white woman, I had Kool Aid the way it was supposed to be made. So I have a very juxtaposition of like really good Kool Aid and then like, man, get this shit out of my face.
Oh, okay. And what is the difference between the good and the bad Kool Aid? Is it just in cups of sugar?
It's not that. It's being connected with your ancestors. I wish I didn't laugh. I wish I would have stayed in character because that was so perfect. That was so perfect and it was perfectly delivered.
It's not just the sugar.
It's not just the sugar. It's being connected to your ancestors. Like it all is encompassing.
Yeah, the sugar cane that they picked.
Nothing. Nothing lets you know more you are disconnected from your ancestors than a white woman that comes in and interrupts the entire cycle.
Okay.
That's it. No, that's the one thing I can pass on to you.
Okay.
Know that your ancestors their reach on you, how to grab you, get to you is blocked by the white space that gets filled.
Oh, okay.
Keep that in mind.
So you're saying that space is literally in the Kool Aid.
It's literally in the Kool Aid. Like it's one of those things of like I had black Kool Aid and be like, damn, I'm gonna get this whole picture done all day, right? And then you get a white person making Kool Aid and you're like, refreshing.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like can't wait to go back for more. It's like I've had enough.
So the thing with Kool Aid, I think that I was gonna say something, but I don't know if it's a deeply problematic thing to say.
No,
because it became it's obviously a stereotype or whatever. But in the differences in Kool Aid, I feel like it is better because, for lack of a better way to say it, like they don't need it as much.
They don't.
Like they don't need the Kool Aid to be hitting like that much as we do.
Go full circle. You're getting there.
To feel as satiated in a space that feels violent at all times, where it's like, yeah, you don't need the Kool-Aid to have flavor. And we can connect this to soul food. We can connect this to the way music is informed by our pain.
This is so beautiful.
That it's like, yeah, of course, you don't need that much sugar in your Kool-Aid. You have a good credit score or whatever the fuck. You have generational wealth. So you don't need that much sugar in your Kool-Aid. Exactly. Whereas on our end, we're struggling with so much. It's like, yeah, get that sweet in there.
Fuck hypertension. I had a really bad day today.
Yeah.
I want this glass of Kool-Aid.
I'm gonna need this.
And we like, wow. When you're black, you go for broke. Like everything. Like think about people that end up in the NFL, right? They're like, I'm throwing my body on the line because I got nothing else. I'm going for broke. So when you dump all that sugar in there and your ancestors is like, it's okay, baby.
Yes. It's for, and when I drink it for them.
Exactly.
Because they didn't get to have.
They didn't
get to have Kool-Aid.
They didn't get like here's the break, right? I'm in the field all day. I'm sweating. Master done beat on my back.
Right.
I don't got nothing to look forward to.
Yes.
At the end of the day, when our check isn't all what it's supposed to be, we're getting talked down to by white customers. That glass of Kool-Aid, when our air conditioner ain't working, it hit.
Okay.
It hits.
Wow. That really is beautiful.
Right?
That is a new argument for me for, I think, any form of hedonism now. Because I'm like, well, it's for my ancestors.
It is.
They had it hard. I have to be happy.
You gotta.
And I think that might be one way into sort of a black positivity movement. It is that it is and has been so bad.
Yes.
So that if you can find joy in anything, like do it 100%.
Exactly.
Wow. I actually love that.
It's like you also have to think about it this way, like in defense of white people, they like to play shit safe.
Yeah.
So they're going to follow the instructions. And the instructions say half a cup of sugar. Right. Not even half. Maybe a third. I don't know. I never pay attention because I'm listening to my ancestors when I pour.
Oh yeah,
you're
just connecting to you're going into that where Black Panther was in Wakanda. Remember when he saw his dad and his dad's a panther? You're in there.
You just close your eyes until they say stop. That's it. That is literally it.
So let me ask you this: when's the last time you had Kool-Aid?
Nigga, when I started making money, I stopped drinking Kool-Aid. Yeah, that's exactly when it happened. It's like, oh, I can. This thing that I learned at this age, I can now apply to everything else. I may not drink Kool-Aid anymore, but I got a closet full of Jordans.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like, I'm divulging into that.
Yes.
Versus like Kool-Aid. All the cereal I wasn't allowed to have as a kid, you would think somebody told me you'll never be able to have that cereal.
Right, yeah.
I got hella boxes of cereal.
Got a bunch of cereal.
Like, it's just
okay.
All the things I couldn't do because my parents were black as hell and they had to get by the way they had to get by. Now, I spend money on things I don't really need.
Yeah. Well, and you got to.
And I have to.
That's really, again.
That's it.
Because our ancestors didn't have money.
Exactly.
Once we get it. And maybe that's a flawed version of thinking, but I like it.
It absolutely is.
But I like it.
It absolutely. There's so much more things I could be doing with my money in a productive way that could set me and my future family and kids up, but fuck those kids.
Fuck those kids. They're going to be drinking the Kool-Aid.
They're going to be drinking.
They're going to need the Kool-Aid.
They're going to need the Kool-Aid.
You're going to get the Kool-Aid. You're going to get all these struggle meals.
Yes.
You're going to get these ramen noodles. You're going to need to.
You're going to need to learn all of that. So that's my take. I feel like everything we talked about comes down to black people do things that just make them feel good. White people see that and get jealous.
So do you think that the Kool-Aid that we've had, like let's talk about the Kool-Aid stereotype. Because as you're saying this, you said water was so bad in the hood that Kool-Aid became popular, which makes a lot of sense to me. Then that becomes a stereotype. You know, the other situation that this reminds me of is sharecroppers were, after being freed as slaves, they became sharecroppers. A crop that was really easy for sharecroppers to grow was watermelon. So all these black people See, look at you. All these black people were growing watermelon.
Mm-hmm.
That was a tool of our liberation. Watermelon was legitimately a tool. Black people had watermelons because they could grow them. That was the way we were building black wealth.
Yes.
And then what happens to that as an object? It becomes a negative stereotype and portrayal of who we are, and that makes us. It becomes a cartoonish, like, oh, this nigga with the watermelon.
This goes back to what I was saying about the original black people. They roasted people so bad for being lighter. Now everything we do that's just embodied in black culture. And when I say black, I know we have light-skinned people, but I am talking about black. Like black.
Mm-hmm.
Like you, me, black, him, black, like black. I feel like white people, the blacker you are, the more they're just, the more they have that. So when they see us enjoying things like growing our watermelon, making the chicken, preparing the chicken that we did because we didn't have the luxury of foods that they had.
Right. They
saw us taking our pain and making it into pleasure. And now the only way to make us feel bad about it is to ostracize us for it. That's it. They're literally, the circle is happening. We roasted them and now they are trying to roast us. I'm sorry, who doesn't like watermelon and chicken?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you think about white people insults, they're never great.
No.
They may be mean and mean-spirited and come from a deep-seated place, but like, who doesn't like watermelon and fried chicken?
Yeah. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking now. This is what is worrying me. Because we've kind of established two cycles that are happening.
Mm-hmm.
We have the cycle of we get something, we need something, watermelon, Kool Aid, this is a thing. Then we are, in a way that is propelling us as a people forward, we'll say. That watermelon and Kool Aid might be the tools of our liberation. We have nothing to lose but our chains. We do that through watermelon, Kool Aid, fried chicken, whatever. Then those things we get degraded for, they become stereotypes, blah, 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 blah. That is what is, that becomes in the imagery pantheon of coonery. That is what those things are. Then, on the other hand, we have the other thing that we were just talking about, where is we start doing cool shit, that cool shit gets commoditized, and then that becomes a way for the white power establishment to generate a lot of money and commerce. So it feels like these two ends of a spectrum where, like, we can't have anything. What do we do about this? Where it's like, in one way, it's like, you're just going to be degraded for it. That's stupid, blah, blah, blah. The other way is like, no, we're going to take that and then we're going to make the money from it. And then we're going to take that and make, culture out of it.